Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to talk a little bit more about the nutrition facts on the back of the labels like we did a couple of videos ago. So I'm going to let you put me on hold or on pause, and I want you to run and get something, anything that has this label on it. So go ahead and go get it and unpause when you get back. Okay, so today we are going to talk about three things. I'm going to try to get this close up to show you. The first one is the fat, carbohydrates, and proteins. These are three things, they call them macronutrients, but they are very important in our health. An example, and I'm just going to give you an example of each one. First of all, since I have carrots, I'm going to do carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are things like carrots, strawberries, and here's a good one, oatmeal. Now on this oatmeal, if you look, it's upside down, this has 31 grams of carbohydrates. That's a lot of carbs, but they're good carbs and they're important. And why we need carbohydrates, you might wonder. Carbohydrates break down into a special kind of sugar in our body, and we can use it for energy. So say if you're going to go for a run, you maybe have heard of people before a big run eating pasta or rice. Those are both carbohydrates, and they have that sugar that will break down and help give you energy. One thing too I wanted to tell you is that there's a use the carrots again. There's a little number next to, let's see, sorry, I'm not lining it up very well. This carb right here. And this one happens to say 7 grams. A gram, and I measured out some salt, and I hope you can see it. I'm going to see if I can cover a little bit. See that salt right there? That is 1 gram. It is not very much, is it? The window behind me isn't helping, I know. There, that kind of shows you. But that's it. That's what a gram looks like. But that's just salt. I just wanted you guys to get an idea of what a gram looks like. It's not very big. And if you've done your metric measuring, you've probably done something like that where you've measured in grams. So these are some carbohydrates. Next, I'm going to talk about protein. Protein does a lot of work in our cells, in like the littlest bits part of us, in our tissues and organs. It's real important. And if you are somebody who's like an athlete, you want to eat a lot of protein because protein helps, like when I said the tissues and organs, it helps with muscles. And you can build muscle by eating protein. Now this is tuna. Tuna is an example of protein, and it has, and I'm going to see if I can get it up here, it has 13 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. Something else it has protein is string cheese. String cheese has 6 or 7 grams. Let's see. Let's go back and look. It has 6 grams of protein. And something else, cottage cheese. You may not like cottage cheese. I happen to like it. But it has 13 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. And it's important that you eat the protein so you can grow strong. Other things that have protein, any meat, chicken, beef. There's also a nifty, if you don't like eating meat, I know there's some people are vegetarians and are not big fans of meat. So they eat what's called plant-based protein. And one plant-based protein is black beans. And down here, if you look at that, it says 7 grams. So that's a kind of protein. If you're not into eating animal-based, you can eat plant-based. Chickpeas are another example of a good plant protein. Our last one is fat. Fat helps carry vitamins into our body, and it also helps our brain. Our brain is made up of a lot of fat. An example of a fat is an avocado. It doesn't have the grams on there, but you could look that up and you could let me know what it is. But that's an example of a fat. Another example is peanut butter. And this does have fat. It has 15 grams of fat. That's a lot of fat. So you want to take it easy when you eat that. But something interesting about peanut butter is that it has, and I hope you can see this, 8 grams of protein too. So peanut butter can work as a protein and as a fat. It's important to have a balance in the food that you eat because you want your body to work strong and you want to grow tall and have a really strong brain. You might have heard some people talk about good carbs and good fats and bad fats, good proteins and bad proteins. Like an example is a donut. Donut is not the best thing you can eat. It doesn't mean you should never eat it, but it does mean you should eat sparingly, which means not every day. Like if you've ever asked your parent, hey, can I eat a dozen donuts for breakfast? They're probably going to say no, but you can have one. It's always good to balance that donut with maybe an apple or some strawberries or something just to kind of help that out a little bit. What I'd like for you guys to do is I want you to spend the next few days kind of looking at your food. How much protein are you having? How many carbohydrates are you having? How many fats are you eating? And are you eating kind of an even sort of balanced diet? The heaviest part of your food should probably be things like meat, if you're meat eating, the protein, and the healthier carbs. Like a healthy carb would be the carrots, apples, oranges, strawberries, any vegetable, any fruit, oatmeal, like wheat bread. Those are the healthy kinds. So I want you guys to just keep an eye and just look at the practice looking at these nutrition facts, because we talked about the serving size. And now I want you guys to take a look. There's other stuff here, and those are mostly vitamins. We can talk about those another day, but just kind of take a little bit of time and look at the food you're eating and what it's made up of. Next time, see ya. Have a great day.